Atlanta News First Plus starts now.
And my audio did not kick in like I thought it would. Welcome to Atlanta News First Plus here at the First Alert Desk. I am Maria Moreau. We are continuing to follow jury deliberations in the fate of a former state trooper turned West Georgia Mayor A.J. Scott. So those deliberations continuing into today. We are on verdict watch, and we will let you know as soon as we get any updates on when the jury is expected to return from those deliberations. In the meantime, I want to toss it over to Atlanta News First reporter Sarah Hammond with a look on where we are now.
The jury was here until 10 o'clock last night, going through all of the evidence that has been presented during this trial of that fatal crash that killed a 16 and 17-year-old back in 2015. And now, 10 years later, back here in the courtroom, prosecutors say A.J. Scott was driving around 90 miles per hour in a 55 zone without his lights or sirens on in his trooper vehicle and was not headed to an emergency when he struck the girl's car. During closing arguments on Tuesday, the defense told jurors the driver of the Altima pulled into oncoming traffic, failed to yield, and may have been drinking that night. But prosecutors pushed back, saying this case is about speeding, not alcohol. An accident reconstruction expert testified had Scott been going the speed limit, it could have made all the difference.
It had been traveling at 55 miles an hour, and it applied the brakes at maximum braking ability. That vehicle would have been able to stop before it would have reached the point of impact.
This is the second trial for Scott. The first one back in 2019, that ended in a mistrial. The jury is due back here at 10 o'clock this morning to continue their deliberations. At the Carroll County Courthouse, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And we do want to report to you 2 deaths that have been made official at the DeKalb County Jail. We're continuing to piece together the details of what exactly took place here, talking to the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. Now, they are currently investigating what exactly led up to those inmates dying. They say the incidences are unrelated at this time, but DeKalb police say the deaths are limited to the details, and of course we're kind of getting the pieces together as this morning continues on. As soon as we learn anything, we will of course let you know in the free Atlanta News First app. I also want to take you out to Clayton County, as we reported to you earlier about an officer that was injured and suffered a medical emergency while on the job. That led to a wave of police cruisers that you might have seen racing to Grady Memorial Hospital, causing quite the scene. Atlanta News First Don Shipman is with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Grady with updated information.
It is certainly not something you normally see on the connector during the overnight hours. Also here by the hospital, seeing so many police officers, something you normally do not see. But this is what we've learned from Clayton County Police. They're saying that one of their officers experienced a medical emergency overnight on the job, and they were rushed here to Grady. I want you to take a look at the video that we captured during the overnight. This is right around 1:30 in the morning, and you can see all of those police officers racing up I-75. And then on the connector, we watched as Atlanta Police cleared the connector to make room for all of those officers escorting that ambulance here to Grady Memorial Hospital. Quite the scene. Many drivers on the connector overnight wondering what's happening. We wondered as well. We looked into it. Clayton County Police saying that one of their officers experienced a medical emergency at a Quick Trip gas station on Highway 85 right around 1 o'clock in the morning, and they rushed to the hospital thereafter. They say that there is no threat to the community. There is no criminal activity involved. They're now asking the community to keep this officer in their thoughts. We're here at Grady. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
And can you believe we are already halfway through the work week? Travel is starting to pick up at the world's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International, getting ready to welcome really an influx of crowds this Labor Day weekend, and that starts today. going until next Wednesday. We're talking about 2.3 million passengers expected to travel through this airport. Airport officials say Saturday will be the busiest day for them. They are projected to see about 325,000 people walk through TSA that day alone. For those who are taking flights this holiday, don't forget to arrive 2 hours early. I know you hear it time and time again, and you think that you're going to make it through. Just arrive 2 hours early, especially if you are flying on Saturday. Properly secure your firearms and checked baggage, and be sure to stay up to date on your flight details and any changes that could come with that as we continue to see an increase in travel. All right, this next story, a lot of you on social media just can't get enough of, so we got to talk about it. Cracker Barrel. Apparently, facing so much backlash that it has decided to respond by scrapping its new modernized logo, all because social media was about to cancel Cracker Barrel over this. The company said the new logo will go away and the old timer will stay in place. For days, the 56-year-old country-themed restaurant chain has been criticized by loyal fans and recently by President Donald Trump. So Cracker Barrel announcing it was going to go back to the old look. Trump congratulated the company. It was a whole thing, saying all of their fans appreciate it. And you know what? We got to bring in First Alert meteorologist Isaac Williams for this. Isaac, was the backlash justified?
You know, I mean, don't fix what's broken. That's always a common thing to say, right? But I mean, I feel like cancel culture is such a even bigger thing these days that, you know, if you change one thing about anything, you're going to get canceled. I don't know. Was it justified? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not surprised by it, though.
I have a confession. I've never been inside of a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, you're missing out.
I'm learning that it is like part of being an American, and it is quite the experience.
Yes.
Clearly, to the point that you can't even change the logo without offending the entire nation and its president.
Yeah. Now, I don't think I would have not gone again if they had continued with the bad logo. Not bad logo, I shouldn't say that. But see, society says it was bad, so therefore
we're reporting it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's not good. That's not good for me. So.
Well, you know, the Cracker Barrel logo will stay the same. The weather, however, changes all the time, and you and the First Alert weather team are staying on top of it. We were talking a moment ago here about travel at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, and what's it looking like in the coming days going into this weekend?
Well, we've got some changes, as you mentioned. We do have some rain chances building in for the weekend, unfortunately, but right now we've got just fabulous weather locally right now, and it was one of the cooler mornings that we've had in months around here. We had some 40s down in the up in the mountains. We got down to 60 here at Hartsfield-Jackson, so not quite the upper 50s. That heat island effect certainly doing its job and keeping us mild. But this morning, as a look at Lake Lanier, absolutely wonderful weather. The airport's looking great. Very minimal clouds in the sky so far today. So we're going to continue to keep with this preview of late September, mid-October type weather. It is not this often that it feels so crisp and fall-like outside. The temperatures are only at 75 degrees. We're still in the 60s in Blairsville at 63, where you got down to 44, I believe, this morning. 69 in LJ. Athens at 66. We're just 3 days away from the big day of the opening Georgia Bulldogs kickoff in the afternoon Saturday. And again, the forecast is not trending the best for Saturday, but we still have a few days for it to trend the other way. But diehard football fans, I don't think matter. They're going to go rain or shine no matter what. And after this cool start today, we're going to continue warming up into the 80s with plenty of sunshine. Beautiful weather out there today. A little bit of a calmer wind, even though the breeze that we've had the past few days has felt so nice. Tomorrow we are going to see another cool start in the 50s in the mountains, 60s in the metro, warming up into the 80s again. The difference tomorrow is that we will see more clouds in the afternoon, but we will not see rain tomorrow. The air is still very dry. No chance of rain for today or tomorrow. And even Friday is looking a little bit drier. Here's the latest computer model data. Notice rain is widespread Thursday over Arkansas, Mississippi, and into Alabama. And notice a lot of the rain gets pushed south of Metro Atlanta. This is some of the trends we've been seeing in the models lately, at least for Friday, is that Friday is trending a little drier. What that means, unfortunately, is that we may see moisture returned northward toward our area on Saturday. So this is Friday afternoon. We do have a few spotty showers out there potentially. And then look what happened Saturday morning. That slug of moisture gets pushed closer to us, and we may see a steady rain develop. It's entirely possible, though, that this could trend back south. We're watching an area of low pressure and exactly where it may form and where it may track. This has nothing to do with the tropics. It's just a plain old area of low pressure that's going to spin up somewhere, whether it's in Montgomery, Tallahassee, Dothan, somewhere southwest of here, and we're going to have a southerly wind kind of push up some Gulf moisture. Again, where that exactly ends up is still a little bit up in the air. We're still 3 days away, but we're kind of getting into that time frame where confidence is growing a little bit on some wet weather going forward here. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. We have no issues going forward here over the next few days, but we're watching a few rain chances Friday. Initially, we were thinking in the morning, but now it may be in the afternoon. We're still kind of fine-tuning Friday, but Saturday and the weekend, Labor Day, all weekend long is looking just a little bit wetter. We're not looking at, I think, flooding or anything like that just yet. I don't think we trend in that direction necessarily, but wetter weather is expected with widespread clouds. But hey, if you are going to spend some time outside, you're going to weather the elements no matter what. Highs in the upper 70s for the last 2 days of the month, the last 2 days, 30th and 31st, Saturday and Sunday. That's good stuff. We are not going to be hot, humid, yes, but not incredibly hot, which is good news. Next week, we'll see rain chances continue on Labor Day. So the Labor Day holiday is looking to be just slightly wet here with a 30% chance and a lingering shower, and a little bit more sunshine comes in on Tuesday. Fair Non is still hanging on for dear life in the North Atlantic. It has flared up some storms from overnight, so the Hurricane Center does keep this as a tropical area of low pressure for maybe another 24 hours, but again, it's entering into even more hostile territory, so we're expecting that storm to continue to be a non-factor. So again, stay tuned to the forecast here going forward, especially for the weekend, because we do have some wetter conditions potentially moving in there on Saturday and Sunday. But until then, enjoy the fabulous weather that we have coming up today and tomorrow. And we will continue to keep you posted right here on ANF Plus, as well as inside the Atlanta News First weather app. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Stay up to date on your latest weather from the largest team of meteorologists in the Southeast. Download the First Alert Weather app for hour-by-hour forecasts and join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. on ANF Plus. You can also text weather to the number on your screen, and we'll send a link directly to your cell phone.